After a few days in Zipolite, we packed up and headed for Puerto Escondido, aka the Mexican Pipeline, which is known for world-class surfing. We were really excited to explore the town and test our skills at a few of the nearby beaches. Well, ones with smaller waves, of course.
Your destination is on the right.
Looks like it was back on that street.
What?
It says we're here and it says it's here.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work for us. Yeah, getting through here. I could try to back in. I'm not gonna be able to get in going forward. Yeah, on that side, and then I'm gonna hit over here. Then my legs are gonna hit. It's not gonna work.
After multiple failed attempts and bumping into a moto parked on the street, we decided to call it. We were just too big to fit into this place. Not to mention the low-hanging wires that we would have had to maneuver if we had somehow squeezed through the gate. At this point, things were tense. We both felt a bit defeated, but regrouped and tried a few more options. We just didn't film any of it. Long story short, we spent the entire day trying to find a place that would work, only to come out empty-handed and heading back to our hotel/RV park in Zipolite, barely making it before dark. So, why share this? We were so excited to spend time in Puerto Escondido and had thought we could make it work. We now know differently. Given our struggles, we thought it could be useful to share our experience in case it helps other overlanders. Here's what we learned. If you couldn't tell from the footage, the streets in Puerto Escondido are pretty small. Many lined with cars and motos, and some of them with low-hanging branches and power lines. Any rigs taller than a Sprinter van will probably struggle here. Long rigs will struggle too. our rig is around 25 feet long and we had a hard time getting turned around. As previously mentioned, Overlander spots were far and few during our time here. In our experience, a lot of places that used to offer camping for Overlanders no longer do so, and the places that still do have limited space and tight entrances. If you're able to stealth camp, you could try your hand on the street, but we hear it's not allowed in many areas of this town. Power was a problem for us. We found one bar that offered camping and that had a gate big enough for us to squeeze through. It seemed like a fun spot with a friendly owner, which seemed perfect until we tested the power. We could only get 900 watts on their 15 amp plugs, which wasn't enough to run our AC and probably would have fried our inverter if we tried. This also meant that we could have caused an electrical fire if we had stayed plugged in. We found these types of issues pretty often along the coast, so we'd recommend having a multimeter and having the ability to monitor your voltage at your inverter. If you use Victron products, Victron Connect is a great app to see what's going on with your system. For best practice, we suggest checking the plug voltage before plugging in, and then also watching your voltage as your system starts drawing power. Sadly, this is as close as we got to the beach. It sure looked promising though. So, the moral of the story is, if you're planning to explore Puerto Escondido, book an Airbnb or a hotel ahead of time. We ended up attempting 5 different camp spots that day, and we also struggled to find a hotel with parking for our rig. Thankfully, the drive back to Zipolite was less than 2 hours, but knowing what we know now, we suggest booking an Airbnb, especially if you can't stealth camp, have a tall or long rig, or if you need air conditioning. If you liked this video, let us know by liking and subscribing. And don't forget, you can see more of the journey on Instagram and TikTok. Cheers, friends!